All right, it's good to have you for yet another week that has kick-started off today, if you're to look at the business world. But obviously, to some, weeks do kick off on Sundays. Welcome on board to Smart Means Business. My name is Jerome Paul Sonko. Fresh and reloaded Smart Means Business. It is a brand new week. It is obviously another time for us to get into that money making situationship, that money making mode as early as possible. Now, for all of you out there, wherever you are, pretty much catching us up this particular week here on the show, quickly rush and understand that, well, the world of business is already up. For those who actually are wondering how busy it can be for a Monday, you can easily try to look through different roads. For example, those that are actually leading to Kampala. There is one that is the Ginger Road, from people who are coming in from Nakawa, those who are coming in from Ntinda, those who are coming in from Chireka, Chaliwajala, Boyogere, Mukono. It is actually a 3-lane road for now. Imagine it's a 1-lane road, according to how it was planned for, but because of the traffic or the heavy congestion, the drivers have actually created a 3-lane on that particular road. Now that clearly shows you how busy it is this morning. Then for those who are actually coming in from Gayaza Road, same situation. There's a lot of traffic. It is Monday, and this is a time when you realize that Mondays have always been really tight when it comes to the traffic flow. But besides that as well, you get to realize as we continue pushing further to understand how the flow is from one side of the coin to the other, you realize that Mondays have always been so busy. But here on Smart 24 TV, we always wake you up and remind you that, well, the business world has got lots of opportunities, and of which opportunities those are available for you to conquer them every single day. Yes, here on Smart 24's SMB, we welcome you and usher you into a brand new day, because this is your daily Kickstarter with business details and information. As we're heading into our first update, we definitely get to remind you that, well, as the world is actually changing, and so is the world of investment, pretty much put yourself into a consideration of investing as possible as you can. Star 292 hash is the USSD code that you can definitely use to invest. Zabu says, my money, my future. All Takes East Africa, do something new. And obviously with Zabu, investment is very easy, especially if you want to invest in securities. And if you, for example, want to invest in government bonds, all you need is just 15,000 Ugandan shillings. That is the minimum amount. Remember, if you want to register, all you need is use your national identification number and then kickstart off your investment in the next 24 hours. The markets on this platform open at 8:15 a.m. and 3:15 p.m. So that means during that range from Monday to Friday is when you can invest ably. Zabu, my money, my future. All Takes East Africa, do something new. All right, now let's get into our first business update this morning, and this one is rotating around the Bank of Uganda sustainability journey. As there are certificates, there's the Bank of Uganda in this particular update is giving an update, is apparently giving an insight on sustainability standards and the kind of certification one needs to have in order to at least have a sustainable standard of managing money and, of course, managing a financial system in the country. We do have Michael Atig-Ego, who is the Deputy Governor of the Bank of Uganda, whose signature is currently being used on the new notes of the Ugandan shilling. Then also the Honorable Matia Kasaija, who is the Minister of Finance and who is the Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development.
Bank of Uganda enlisted to the sustainability certification process to demonstrate our leadership role in implementing under the Sustainability Standards and Certification Initiative a holistic sustainability in the Ugandan financial sector to ensure that we create value for all our stakeholders, not just the shareholders. The launch of this initiative is a key milestone, and it does complement our efforts towards achieving our mission statement, which is to promote price stability and a sound financial system in support of social economic transformation in Uganda. We envisage that through this initiative, that is the SSCI, we will institutionalize an ESG framework in Bank of Uganda following a comprehensive, methodical, and well-structured approach with clear metrics for gauging success. I'm therefore honored, as I will be welcoming the Honorable Minister of Finance later on when he comes, to launch and to extend our gratitude as Bank of Uganda for your acceptance to grace this occasion with your presence. This is indeed a clear demonstration of your support, that's to the Honorable Minister, and definitely to the entire Minister of Finance, to the Bank of Uganda on this initiative.
You all know well that there has been and continue to be a lot of discussion on sustainability. There have been endless conferences, seminars, and meetings. However, progress on implementation remains very slow. I don't know why. Somebody would have to explain why are we moving slowly. Being here at this launch, which paves the way for simultaneous implementation among three institutions, therefore, give me much delight indeed, as COVID-19 showed us. And I think this was just a sample of how bad things can get. It is high time for the rubber to hit the road. I would like to congratulate in a special way the Bank of Uganda for taking the lead and coming out strongly to demonstrate to the financial sector their willingness to walk the talk. Mr. Deputy Governor, I look forward to reading reports on the progress you will make over the coming year on sustainability issues, in addition to our core mandates of price and financial sector stability. I also would like to recognize the nice and even distribution so far across the financial sector of institutions enlisted under the certification process, which include Uganda Development Bank Limited, a development bank providing term financing, Pride Microfinance Limited, a microfinance institution reaching out to the Omuntu Wawansi, the ordinary person.
So, all right, that is by the look of things, according to the Bank of Uganda, and of course also giving details from the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development. Of course, because they look at sustainability as one of the key things to at least include even the wananchi or the low-income earning Ugandan back into these particular conversations, because it is one that takes everybody. It is an inclusive sort of situation whereby everyone needs to know in one way or the other. At least one person gets to to be part of these conversations. These are conversations that generally have to be discussed or having because they have an impact on one of us, you or any other person. Anyways, besides that update, now let's cross over to the press review this morning. Right now, the New Vision says Karuma Power Dam test has been successful as each turbine is set to produce 100 megawatts, which makes it 600 for this particular initiative from the government. But also, besides that, Uganda and Algeria have signed several pacts. President Yoweri Museveni was being received by his Algerian counterpart, that is President Abdelmadjid Tebboune. as President Museveni arrived for a 3-day visit on Saturday. The two countries did sign pacts in energy, tourism, agriculture, and education. And of course, to understand more of what was happening throughout the weekend of this particular agreement and arrangement, President Museveni, when he was visiting Algeria, you'll get this in our daily programming. Keep it locked here, as you get to call it, will be giving you an insightful one of the same matter. Then also in regards to the Iron Sheet saga, there's news around ministers continues to tighten as the Iron Sheet saga continues to have more MPs put into the spotlight, as well as ministers, as the wet commissioning of the 600 megawatts dam is what 6.3 as Karuma hydropower testing has been successful. This particular one is what 6.3 trillion, and it has shown positive results according to what has been found in Unit 1. Then also on the other hand is Minister has halted taxation of gold exports. Implementing the regulations would mean URA would apply an export levy to all gold exports. This includes the the ones that were temporarily brought into Uganda for inward processing. This is there is a picture of Honorable Ruth Nankabira. Now, on the other hand, MPs have queried 11 billion double budget for Petroleum Authority. That is according to another report with the New Vision here this morning. As also, lastly, from the New Vision, a ministry has shared new strategy for agro-tourism. That is courtesy of the New Vision from the business perspective. And then also the Daily Monitor this morning, that is for Monday 13th, 2023. Queen has revealed love life and twins with Kabaka. This is a different report coming in this morning. The headline on the Daily Monitor. Also, on the other hand, tension in the DRC as Angola now sends troops to the DRC. Then furthermore is that President Museveni has appointed new KCCA directors. Which KCCA directors have been appointed? Still, the Daily Monitor has more of that. And then according to what is coming in from here is that there's more detail about Basongora, who have protested over land grabbing. The Basongora, a pastoralist community in Kasese district, have protested against the opening of boundaries of more than 1,400 hectares of land, citing plans to grab and offer it to the Bakonzo. Then, as we continue to give you more from the Daily Monitor, is that learners in rural areas are said to benefit from remedial classes as the Ministry of Education continues to streamline how the new curriculum will be enforced and emphasized. Now, Huawei is set to boost digital inclusion in Uganda with Digit Track project. Which is this one? You can get more of that with the Daily Monitor. Now, President Museveni has appointed new KCCA directors as the Public Service Commission chaired by Ms. Musoke Kabogoza has already completed the recruitment process of these ones here. Because in between the lines, the Auditor General's report of 2022, among others, revealed that KCCA had unutilized 13.5 billion, and of this, 3.1 billion was meant for recruitment of teachers, while 1.73 was intended for recruitment of health workers under the KCCA vote. Then there is also more detail to do with old students who have bailed out their school. This is Naminywange Muslim Secondary School, which was almost being choked with debts and losses in there. So the Daily Monitor brings you all that this morning on Monday. Then also lastly from the press review, the East African newspaper, is that there's a report regarding President Samia Suluhu's jab at Kenya, which has exposed the East African community dollar crisis. None of the partner states, according to the East African newspaper, has adequate forex reserves, raising concerns about the cost of debt and impact on the economies as prices continue to rise. Remember, on Friday, President of Tanzania was quoted hitting back at Kenya, apparently saying that one of their neighbors comes in to ask for foreign assistance or foreign currency assistance, but according to the president of Tanzania, she normally replies that we are also facing the same situation, even though their economy is quite bigger or quite performing than that of Kenya. So besides that, in the market section, borrowing from Peter to Paul, inside Kenya's plan to repay $2 billion of the Eurobond in here. Then in the money section, fintech and refugee economy in East Africa. Experts say multi-million-dollar market is underserved in East Africa. How will this particular one be solved, as the United Nations has flagged the Congo refugee disaster? Also, lastly, East African states in stalemate over hosting key organs. In here, there is also the East African Business Council, which is yet to have at least a say. For example, there is also the East African Community Justice, the East African Community Center of Justice, and all those. These have been highlighted, Court of Justice rather, who have been highlighted as some of the key organs that are still under discussions to find where their headquarters will be held. So that is it for the press review this morning. All right, now as we kick it off here this particular Monday in regards to the business perspective and how prepared you can get for as far as the week is just getting started. Remember that it's a bit really busy this morning. I did mention that traffic jam normally on Monday kicks off at around 6 a.m. If you're to trust a little bit and try to look throughout the entire areas, that is, look at the Kampala flyover areas connecting to that same situation. Also getting back to areas that are coming in from Access Road, Ginger Road, take a look at the Gayaza Road. All those roads are really busy for now, and it's highly expected to be so busy till at around 9 a.m. because it's a Monday. Everyone is rushing. It is actually the rush hour. Everyone is rushing to reach office as early as possible. So these are times when you get to realize that Mondays are busy, very busy for any kind of business person. So if you're to wake up and try to fit into the business community, you definitely have to get up earlier than usual if you're to start up your Monday business day. But of course, here on Smart 24 TV, we are kicking it off in this particular side of broadcasting with Smart Means Business. After the break, I'll be getting back with Karibu East Africa and the latest from the international news. There's lots to come, so stick around.